हाँ जी, सत श्री अकाल जी। I'm SimarVFX, graphics designer, video editor, illustrator and a YouTuber. जेडे channel te hone hai, click on the subscribe button right now. Don't forget to press the bell icon. So this time we got a project which is for my homie SaboNSAENT Entertainment. I always work with him, he always work with me, and I provide him the best graphics ever. And this time I'm gonna do the same. The artwork name is the Untouchables, and it is based on when the United States was voted for dry. US is voted dry, and Untouchable was a movie back in, I don't know when it came, 1997 I guess. And this design need to be similar to that concept. So this is information, the group album titled Untouchable. I've made the concept already, and I'm gonna cut out this image, place it right here in the background or somewhere, and I'm gonna make it like this background, and then we're gonna place a newspaper, and we're gonna make him look like old style newspaper texture, and this kind of stuff we're gonna do. So let's get started. पहली चीज़ जो आपको करनी है, we gotta import the image into Camera Raw. And जे तानू नहीं पता कि Camera Raw दे विच image किवें import करी दी है, so I'm gonna tell you later on. I just imported the image in the Camera Raw. Go to the presets, and here you will find the Meraki School by SimarVFX, or maybe movie. These both are the presets I made earlier. And if you want these presets, I'm gonna give the link to buy this preset. Okay, this preset have the too much sharpening, so we're gonna reduce a bit, because every image have the different sharpness and different texture in the image, and the lighting is always different in every image. So we're gonna adjust these settings, and highlights look good, lights में थोड़ा drop down, darks a bit, raise a bit, slider, shadows at 10, plus 10, contrast to be a little bit down, minus 100, and highlights to be reduced a bit, shadows a bit, whites a little bit down, blacks minus 20, clarity to 100 as always. And then luminance control the skin texture, the reds control the skin texture, yellows controls the skin as well, because there's yellow, and the skin is made up with the orange, yellow and red tones, and sometimes magentas as well. And this time we got a t-shirt of yellow color, so we're not gonna play with the yellows anymore. And aquas, blues, yeah, we're gonna give the highlights and shadows later on. We don't have the fringe problem this time, we're gonna just import it as it is. We're gonna fix this, and this time we're not gonna retouch the skin, because we're gonna make it look like old times skin. Apa past the scene dikhana, so we're not gonna retouch the skin. Just click on the open image. There we go. Click on this button right here and press Alt, and then you will window will pop up, and name it is as skin retouching a bit, not too much. Just click on normal, press OK, and then what we're gonna do here, we're gonna go to mixer brush tool as always. Go to the S brushes by SimarVFX. This time we're gonna use 200 one. Okay. I will make a different video which will explain the brushes and different. Yeah, this is working fine. We're gonna play with the settings first. We're gonna undo everything. And on the newer version of Photoshop, the one I'm using, let me see, yeah, Photoshop, yeah, about Photoshop CC. This one I'm using Photoshop CC 2.0 release, and this version is really updated, and sorry, this version is really updated. We got for undo, we just have to press Ctrl Z and Z. That's it. And to redo the hour, press Ctrl Shift C. As illustrators, they changed a bit and made it super easy. And we're gonna retouch now. This is now working fine. We're gonna play with the settings. Wet should be 35, load should be 50, mix should be 35. We're not gonna mix the skin anymore. This is going to be 25. Click on pressure sensitivity here. This is going to be 5. This is no, I don't need smoothness any. And wet to be, I guess 25. Yeah, there we go. Now it's not raising the texture and just smoothing up a bit, not too much, and maintaining the texture. I'm gonna speed up this process. Okay, we are done with the retouching. Just drop down the opacity a bit. I'm really liking the texture of the lighting on the skin, and I'm not gonna lose that anymore. And to keep the lighting, make the skin retouching effect on the lighting, and reduce a bit, maybe on the normal. Working the same way. Lighting. Yeah, there we go. It's working properly. Yeah, ਆਪਾਂ ਬਸ ਲਾਈਟਿੰਗ ਰੱਖੀ ਹੈ ਔਨ ਦੀ ਸਕਿਨ, ਐਂਡ ਜਿੱਥੇ ਡਾਰਕਰ ਪਾਰਟ ਸੀ ਉਹਨਾਂ ਨੂੰ ਆਪਾਂ ਸਕਿਨ ਦੇ ਕਲਰ ਦੇ ਨਾਲ ਮੈਚ ਕਰਕੇ ਫਿਕਸ ਕਰਤਾ. ਦੈਟਸ ਇਟ. Yeah, the next step, yeah, to remove this scar. To remove this scar, you can use spot healing brush tool, but you can get it by pressing J on the keyboard, and there we go. The next effect I'm gonna use to make it look like more dramatic and more lighting in the scene and more darker parts of the skin, like we're gonna fix this burn shadow and lighting these veins to look like more enhanced and retouched. In order to do that, press Alt Ctrl Shift E to make a new copy of this layer, and go to image, press duplicate, and this is going to be LAB. And this is the best technique I use to do the retouching. Go to lab, color mode, channels, go to the lighting, lightness. Now I'm not gonna teach it. In order to do the retouching, press Alt Ctrl Shift E to make a new copy of this layer. Press new, soft light, fill with soft neutral gray, 50% of gray, and click dodge. In my technique, I use a dodge on the separate layer as soft light and burn on the separate layer same as soft light. इतना मैं क्यों करता because whenever we need to change the opacity of each effect, we can change midtones here. This time we're gonna use highlights because we are working on the highlights more. There we go. It's coming really dope. We're gonna make the eyes more intense, and I'm speeding up this process as well. Okay, we are done with the retouching, skin texturing, dodging, burning, and now let's move to the cutting. And before going to cutting, I would like to fix this spot here. There's no hair. In order to do that, just go to the spot healing brush tool and paint it like that. And find any problems if you see. And don't forget to fix this part. Okay, now I'm gonna fix this redness on the skin. Go to color balance, make the skin a bit yellow. Maybe we can fix this later on because we're gonna merge this layer on the another design, on the newspaper, not the other design. So let's move on cutting. I'm speeding up this process as well. Okay, so we are done with the cutting. Cutting ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਆਪਾਂ ਕੀ ਕੀਤਾ, ਮਾਸਕ ਲਗਾਇਆ ਇਮੇਜ ਦੇ ਉੱਤੇ ਕਟਿੰਗ ਕਰਨ ਤੋਂ ਬਾਅਦ, ਦੈਨ ਸਿਲੈਕਟ ਐਂਡ ਮਾਸਕ ਲੈ ਕੇ ਬਸ ਐਜਸ ਸਮੂਥ ਕੀਤੇ ਆ, as I shown in the tutorials. Okay, so we're gonna bring this artist image on the artboard, and I'm using the 1500 by 1500 width and height. Resolution is going to be 300. Color profile to be sRGB, and click on create. And now convert it to smart object. Go here, yeah. As you can see there, it's looking really dope. That's all I can say. It's looking really dope. And we're gonna save this retouching PSD and save this as the Untouchables. Okay, so we are back again, and I'm done with the retouching, and now we're gonna design the I just made the temporary design, so to get look of the design, like this is how it's gonna be look, to get the approval from the client. This is necessary in the workflow. Like if I'm gonna design something, the client gonna say, no bro, I don't like the concept, can you do something better than this, and this sucks. Everybody knows that this sucks. So make just temporary design, send to the client and say like it's just a temporary vision of the artwork, and if he likes, then work on it together. So yeah, let's recreate this artwork. Okay, I'm getting 1500 by 1500 width and height, resolution to 300, black. This is does not matter whichever color you want to use. Okay, this time I'm gonna use red, cyan, my favorite color. Okay, sRGB, IEC61, the coding, the Untouchables. Click on the crate. I don't like this lime. Okay, so just save this redesign. Okay, as I explained before, I already have the concept. What I'm gonna do, I just made the temporary design, so we're gonna make, and I'm going to use this ancient abstract antique artwork piece of the paper. I'm gonna import it, contrast to be down because it's vintage item. I don't need contrast in it, and bring some shaders down. Let me mute my phone. Okay. And what? Let's see how the presets look. If I'm gonna play with the presets, I like the one. One second. Yeah, there we go. I like this one, Meraki Scoop, and movie poster nickel. This one looks also good, but Meraki Scoop always rocks. Don't play with the saturation this time, luminance. Yeah, we're gonna play with the luminance. Hue and saturation, don't play with it. Okay, click on the open image, bring it to the artboard, convert it into smart object. Everybody knows, if you don't know about this, convert to smart object, you gotta learn on the YouTube. Let me give a quick example about this. Convert to smart object, create the I don't know how to explain, but I'm gonna cut it here. Okay, bring this here, convert it into smart object, and lower down the size. I'm gonna rotate this one. Yes, there we go. And a bit bigger. Maybe I use this. Yeah. A little bit wider a little bit wider, not too much, just 75. So it's gonna cover the whole background. Maybe 74, 75 by 75. This covers the whole background. It was little spacing, and I was saying I was able to see the lime green background behind. So 75 by 75 to cover whole the artwork, and make the scales there. Not necessary, but I use sometimes to get help with it when we do the bidding. But nowadays the design don't go for the printing, only for online promotion and online digital stores only, so I don't need bidding anymore. Okay, so next thing we're gonna do here, we're gonna close this one. We have this one, click Control Save, and we're gonna lower down the brightness a bit, yes, like that, and go to the hue and saturation, click on the colorize, get the 40 or maybe 35. Yeah, this is ancient color, vintage look. Yeah, there we go. This looks better when I use the previous one. Bring down the American issue and turn up the clarity, or maybe import it as it is. Drag it here, convert it into smart object again, change the size to 260 and place it here. There we go. And change the blending mode to, this time I'm going to use multiply, and lower down the fill a bit. And next one, which is this one, I'm going to use to fill the whole space of the so it's going to be covered, basically won't be able to see this kind of writing. We're going to use this multiply, and we're going to cut this part. Yeah, there we go. Maybe right here. Yeah. Okay. And okay, our background is ready. We're gonna, next thing what I did, yeah, place the artist image. Okay, bring this image, Daniel Vogel Unsplash. I download it from the Unsplash. Bring this image into the canvas. Convert it into some art object again, and maybe 50. I guess 25 or 22. Yeah, 25 looks good. On this one I used 23rd, but it was temporary design, so I'm gonna do this one perfectly. Get the center, delete the lime color, get this image in the center, then yeah. Okay, we're gonna bring the artist image we retouched before, this one, the retouching layer file. I'm gonna drop this into this image, convert it into a smart object. I don't need to convert it anymore because when I saved it I converted that one. Okay, I'm gonna use a bit, yeah, there we go. I'm gonna hide the barrel which was showing this here. I'm gonna hide this one, and there we go. Let me try this here. Facing the center. 30 or maybe 27. Let's see how this looks. Now get back to the position. Let's see again. not looking so bad, but yeah, I think it looks way better than this one. Let's see. Nah, this one looks good. So we're gonna go back to the position, come back, Sabo. His name, the artist's name is Sabo, NSE Entertainment. And I gave halves and made tons of it to the skin, to the whole image basically. Go to the color balance, clip it here, +10 and minus, slide to the yellow side, -10. Same with the highlights, so we have a little bit light in the, okay. And then the frame, to make a frame like this, I use this rectangle tool, and on the fill use this, and on the stroke use this one, 5, there we go. And to make the outline of this alignment of this white line, we're gonna use this one to get outer outline, not the inner way, the outer way. So we have the outline, we have the artist image, we have the background, and now yeah, I made a texture to cover the, to make the effect on this boundary. We can use any textures, any brushes you could use according to your taste. I'm using this one. And play with it randomly, doesn't matter. I don't like the edges. Oh yeah, this looks cool, way better than this one. And the next step I did, I placed the, let me see, hard light and flowers. Okay, we're gonna bring this image, this texture, and click on open image, and Ctrl+Shift+U to desaturate this image, convert it into smart object again, and rotate it by 90-degree angle, and this fits perfectly. For the extra edges, just use the mask tool to remove the excessive, and a bit bigger. Okay, yeah, perfect. So we're gonna use this as hard light, and then we're gonna use a brush to remove the effects from the face. We can use any of the two. I'm going to use this one. I like I used this previously. Actually, these are the flowers. Gives the faded effect. Okay, there we go. Let me see. Yeah. And now, okay, so we're gonna do here, we're gonna bring this layer again, the texture we used previously, and we're gonna bring this again, and we use this way, center, and change it to lighten, and create a mask. Then get your brush tool, make a cut like that. do it randomly. Get these brushes online. You can get this one, a free ink splatter Photoshop brushes you can find online, and you can use any of it. Oh no, which website I used to get these? I like this one a better, way better than X, and I'm gonna use X as well, but the smaller one. Yeah, I'm gonna click on the F5, and make a few adjustments to these. Yeah, and scattering a bit, count. Yeah, dual brush, click on the dual brush. Yeah, get this one and click on it. I guess 50 or maybe 30. Spacing need to be there. Scatter, nah. Count, nah. We're gonna use now. This is gonna give very amazing effect. Very impressive. As you can see there, this is how it looks. The random splatter, way better than this one. I'm gonna use this one here as well to remove the excessive areas. Then we're gonna use the few splashes here and get the white. Yes, look at this. Yeah, this looks perfect according to me. And change the color to 25-15. Okay, grab the hue and saturation for adjustment layer, clip it to this layer we use as lighting, and colorize 40-15, 20-15. Yeah, this is what I use. 20-15. Yeah, 25-15. No matter. It all depends on your taste. And now time to do the texture. Yes, this one looks good, but reduce the opacity. I'm gonna reduce the opacity fill. Yes, there we go. Okay, so we have the do one more thing. Go to the properties of this mask and lower down the density of this. So it's gonna lower down the darkness in the image, and it's gonna be a gray tone, and it's gonna be faded and a bit lighter. It's not gonna be too dark in the background. As you can see the difference. I'm gonna use 95 or maybe 85. 85 looks good. So let's move to the further settings. Press Ctrl Alt Shift E, and the one problem we are facing in the previous design, we were able to see the background text, the US, voted, etc, etc. In this one we can see. So let's make a bit smaller. Yes. Yeah, I'm gonna use this one. Who cares what's behind? US voted. Dry. Go to the Alt Control Shift E to merge all these layers. Press Alt Control Shift E to make a new layer, which is based on by clicking here all these layers, and it's merged in one layer. Then go to the other high pass. I use 2.7 for this image, and click on the overlay, maybe soft light overlay. I'm gonna use overlay this time. Very hard effect we're gonna use next time. Merge everything. Go to the Nick collection, Color FX Pro. Okay, we have the magenta tone in the artwork. Now click on the selective color, go to the reds, play with the artwork color, the whole image colors. If you want to make a bit magenta down, a yellowish, you can raise the yellows. I like the yellows. It all depends on your taste. And play with the yellows. Drop down the cyan from the yellow. I don't like the cyan in the yellow. And magenta a bit here. The magenta and yellow makes the perfect combination. Yellow, white, yeah, there we go. Green, cyan, blues, magenta. There's no colors in this, so we're gonna skip all these colors. Go to the whites. For whites, I use only one thing. I'm gonna make a brighter image, so white's gonna be -20. Neutral, cyan too low, -5. The greenish tone looks good, but I like the magenta one. 1, yellow 2, magenta 2, yellow 1. Play with the settings according to your taste, doesn't matter. And all. Okay, so we have image right here, the barrels, American issue, 1997 or what? No, it's 1990, 29, I guess. Yeah, 1999. Okay, let's move to the typography. We're gonna click here. We're gonna use same typography they used in the movie. We're gonna use the Untouchables, making center. Font, it should be 25, -40, regular 10, and I'm gonna make a copy of this, or maybe we can just enter Untouchables. How was it? Typing Unstoppables. Yeah, make it to 50. Not that. Only the Untouchables. One, two, three. Yes. Make a bit bigger, around 30. Yes. And lower down the whole image size, whole text size, not the image size. Keep it in center. To get the 100% center, we have the scales. Click on this layer and click this button. Okay, we have in the center. Okay, we're gonna make a texture on this text we just wrote. We're gonna use this texture same way and shoot you. Divide, subtract, convert it into smart object again, so it won't lose the quality. If we zoom in, zoom out, it will stay the same. And we use multiply, and this looks good. Just lower down the fill a bit. Untouchables. Drop shadow 100, 10, 10, 100, black, 5, 530, and make a setting a bit color dodge. 10. Make the texture more. Okay, we have the text here. Group these two and get the hue and saturation. Change the text color if you want, like you want to change it to this kind of text, but this looks ugly. We're gonna use white. Untouchables, done. And we're done with this one. We're gonna save this as sample. Now let's move to the more information. The group album NSA Entertainment presents. Now we're gonna use old type vintage fonts. We can use vintage typewriter. And this one. Okay, I'm pausing the video and we'll show the final design, how I done the everything. Okay, so we are done with the typography and I'm gonna show you. I just added a texture to the simple typography. It's very simple typography, anybody can do. And artist names, that's it. And on top it's Old English and NSA Entertainment Presents. And you can add texture to this one as well if you want. I like it without the texture because it's small text. It needs to be very easy readable. I like it here. Okay, NSA Entertainment presents the group album, the Untouchables, and the artists. Now merge this layer and Control J to make a copy. Control Shift U to desaturate it and change it to soft light. Opacity to 50. Create a mask and get this. There we go. This focus in center. Then add a vignette of this color. Yeah, add a vignette of this color. Change it to multiply or maybe soft light. We're gonna make a focus in center and on the text. NSA Entertainment presents the group album, The Untouchables. Artwork is done here and change it to luminosity. Go to ColorFX Pro again. I use this one. No effect on the face. Lower down the fill of this layer. Okay, we are done with the design. Thank you so much for watching. If anybody need a help in designing, or you need the brush link is available in the description. Thank you so much for watching. Hit the like, subscribe and share the video as much as you can. Peace.